Got you. Okay, I think that we can go to the last topic.
What's that?
The last topic is your life wisdom given to your grandchildren's generation, basically my generation. The first question is that how do you define a successful life? When you look back to your 93 years old life journey, do you think your life is successful, or you feel,
I think it's successful, but it's not based on money at all.
Right, that's what I'm curious about. How you define?
Yeah, it's the feeling of well-being when you're doing it. In other words, when I was working on that airplane, I was very interested in
this one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Air Force One. There were two of us were lead engineers, and I had on the Air Force One, I had the back portion of it, and another guy had the front. But we, based on what the president wanted in it, we designed the hard points in the structure to hold if they wanted something heavy here. And that was interesting.
Yeah.
But also I've always been involved in the church, and when I was younger, I was one of the deacons. The day that Andrew, Jake's pastor in Soap Lake, his son that's a pastor in Soap Lake, when he was born, I got to go to the church, and we were meeting in the Grange. We didn't have a building then. We rented a Grange. And somebody told me, Jake said, for you to take the message this morning. So I had to preach because Paula was in labor and Andrew was being born. So
they are short of people.
Yeah.
You go for a preach.
So,
is that your first time to do preaching?
No, I'd preached before, but
okay.
But it was all of a sudden I hadn't prepared that.
Yeah.
And so that was I was a deacon, and back then I was young. You'll see pictures at church somewhere of me out on the end of a scaffold, and also working on the roof. Jake and I and Jake's son Andrew, we roofed the building. We added the new part of the building, which is the foyer, to the old, and now the shingles didn't look right, so we shingled it.
Okay.
And then the paint job. Well, one of the things I used that money that I don't spend on myself, that the excess money from Netflix. When we put the two buildings together, we had to repaint them because it's hard to match the paint. So I asked Jake to find out what it cost for a paint job, and the paint job was $10,000. So the first $10,000 of that money went to that.
Oh.
So it's all spent on stuff like that.
Okay.
And that, to me, that's some kind of success to be able to do that. But
yeah, because you will feel very fulfilled.
Yeah.
To help.
Yeah.
Right. And I especially in my age or friends around me, right? A lot of times it's very easy because of course a lot of things are expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
And also a lot of times, we are driven by, okay, I want to get a good job, more income, so that I can get a big house, decent car, all those things. And it's very easy to become money driven.
Yes.
Define success.
Yeah.
By how rich you are, what's your title, right? You are senior engineer, you are junior engineer, you are whatever.
Yeah.
How do you think about it? Because I think it's it's hard to use your own definition, because people around you will evaluate you, or some.
Well, you evaluate yourself too by other people. Everybody got a raise but me. I would feel that.
Right.
Not because of the economics, but because I feel like I'm being downgraded.
Right. Right. Exactly. So how you can keep your peace in mind when Yeah,
I used to work, but for instance, when I got hired in at Boeing, I was a junior engineer. And then I rapidly went to senior engineer. I worked at I was sent to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because North American Aviation Company was building part of the 757.
757.
And so they sent me down there as resident engineer. So they were doing it. They were even designing it, but I could veto any of it. And I was then labeled, resident engineer. And that I was there for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I get it. So I think that define success for life is always a very hard thing, huh? Yeah. The second question is that what's the one thing you wish you had spent more time or less time on when you were younger? Because the thing is that when we are younger, we have a lot of time to spend. Although we don't have money to spend, but we have time to spend. But the thing is that we don't know what we should do later, right? We have family, we have kids, a lot of stuff to do. Then we don't have enough time. So when you, let's say now you are like 20 years old, 30 years old, you think, what are the things you should spend more time on, deserve more time?
I probably should have spent more time with my church, but I spent a lot of time with it. I mean,
You should or you shouldn't?
No, I should have.
Then, on which part you should spend less time?
I don't know.
Yeah, for example, imagine if, let's say, if a person like watch TV, or then many years later, he think back, he say, oh, well, I think I should spend less time on TV.
And when I was in my 20s and even early 30s, we didn't even have a TV.
Well, oh yeah. Well,
we could have, but Nathan was a little. Dixie's dad gave us a black and white TV.
Oh.
And he always would want to be in with that black TV when the kids would ask him to come play ball with me. And it bothered me that he would rather do that, but I misjudged him. He was not interested so much in the programming as he was well, the designs of the program. In other words, he wasn't watching it for the same reasons I thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't watch TV at all at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we did watch the landing on the moon.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I guess almost every Americans were watching that at that moment.
Yeah, I worked on that program for 2 years.
In Boeing, right?
No, NASA.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. You when you are in military, you work for NASA for a while, right?
No, I wasn't in the military. I was with Boeing. I was at Brown Engineering. I went to Bible school, Oklahoma. Took a year there. So when I came back, Boeing had gone downhill, so they didn't have a job for me.
Oh, so that's why you went to NASA.
I went to, yeah.
Wow, and then joined the
Brown Engineering. They farmed me out to NASA.
Oh, gotcha.
So as a consultant.
Got you. Basically, a part of the Apollo
Yes.
program.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it was the rocket engines that were liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen, because they work differently than the ones that are kerosene and oxygen on the ground.
Right.
So the upper two stages, the second stage had 5 of them, and the third stage had 1.
Got you.
And the third stage was put into orbit and around the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were sent around the Earth twice.
Mm-hmm.
So now, zero gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the fuel? When you get ready to refire it, is there fuel back? So I had to come up with a system. We got some little rockets that would fire and accelerate it, and then the fuel went back, and now we could fire it and go. And then it went to the moon. So.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge project to send men to the moon. Okay, so the last question for this topic is that if you have only one piece of advice to share with people, in 20s, what would be your suggestion, advice?
Well, very strongly, it wouldn't have anything to do with work. It would have to do with what their spiritual situation is. Are they a believer? Mm-hmm. Are they saved? Are they not? Mm-hmm. Or are they living for God? Or whatever it is. That would be more important than what physical job they have. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true too. The other thing is on your physical job that you're giving them what you're being paid for. Mm-hmm. If you're goofing off when you're supposed to be working, that's not good either. That's also a spiritual thing,
Oh yeah. How you? Yeah, I think I get a point. Yeah, spiritual world is pretty important.
Yes.
Because
I'd say that's the most important. But
yeah, and it covers a lot of I think it covers a lot of aspects, including religious belief, but also including about how we want to live such a life, right? Let's say what kind of person, what kind of honest person, in integrity, something like that. I think that's also part of the spiritual world, maybe.
Yes, that's part of it. It's not totally, because there are a lot of honest people who are not saved because they don't believe.
Right, and not every Christianity.
Right.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think so. It's actually echo to the question we talk about. How to define a successful life, right? Mm-hmm. It's. Yeah. It's easy to define a person with what the tangible things
Yes.
right?
Yes.
How money you have, right? What assets you have, but it's hard to evaluate a person or to think about a person for those intangible personality, quality, spiritual life they have. And do you want to play a latest song? Yeah. Let me have to get you. Okay, so many questions. Let's play some music. Let's see, it's good.
Can you get that?
Sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
And then those go down, and I think this is the upper. I think that's the right way.
Yep. Okay, here we are. Is there some song you like most?
Well, when I was playing with the little kids, I always use Pray Jesus Loves Me.
Yeah, sure. Nice.
And I take them out of this when we travel and put them in a plastic bag. And
You will bring the whole bag when you travel?
well, it depends where we're going. Now, we're going now back with all my great grandkids.
And which you bought those things for yourself or from someone?
Oh, they're all different keys.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing. You bought by yourself.
For keeping them, and I also keeps them in order. So this is A.
AK.
Yeah. It's been so long since I. Oh, nope.
And B?
This is probably B flat.
Okay, B flat.
No, it's A flat.
A flat.
Oh.
And this is B, I guess.
This would probably be B. I think it's. I don't think I have a B. I think it would be
B flat.
B flat. Yeah.
Yeah, B flat.
I used to be able to play these things so well. I have a big one I played, and it's not acting up right. There's a song of
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
And some of them are
E.
yeah.
Yeah, this is E. I guess this is F, I guess.
F should be here. Yeah.
Oh, this is F.
And that's F is 1 flat.
Uh-huh.
And like this one's probably 4 flats.
Gotcha.
So that they all sound different when you play them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the circle.
Yeah, that's what I take. So when at church, if they want me to play,
You will look at it.
Yeah, and they'd say such and such a song. I look and see it up in the corner, what the song says it is, and then I look on here to find out which harmonica to play.
Oh, nice, nice. I think music is one of the best thing, right?
That's very good. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
My mom could play piano, but her fingers were very arthritic.
Yeah.
Couldn't play her, but Dixie could really play the piano.
Yeah, I know. Grandma is a really nice pianist. Yeah, and I start to learn guitar. So after we have this conversation, I will go for my guitar class.
You have a class?
Yeah, I have a class. That's why we cannot have a lunch together today.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your class? Guitar?
Guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I want to learn an instrument. Although I didn't learn it when I was 18 years old, but at least I can learn it now.
So Sam and Tommy can both play guitar.
Oh, nice. Next time I can talk with them, Sam and Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They also, what is it? They sing harmony. The two of them. They're really musical. And their mom was a real good piano player too.
Yeah, nice.
I mean their grandma, not their mom.
All the ladies in this house, in this family play, you see, grandma play piano. Lisa, Dawn play piano.
No, Lisa doesn't.
Oh, Lisa doesn't, right?
No, Lisa's mom.
Oh, Lisa's mom.
Jeff's mom.
Jeff's mom. Okay. Yeah. Dawn play piano. Joanna play piano.
Joanna, oh,
yeah. Right. Grandma, and Dawn and the granddaughter, all play piano. Okay. Yeah, so nice. And thanks again, Grandpa. It's so long conversations.
Good.
More than two years. Love you. Okay, let's